Your immersive experience has been hijacked. It is highly recommended that you disconnect.
Hello, hello. What's up? It's your girl Desi Lou, aka Chocolate Coating the Dawn. You feel me? Nah. Welcome to season 2 of the Immersive Experience, a podcast about you, for you, from you. I am on here and I am recording today, coming to you live on a Monday morning, or if I'm being conscientious about the words that I'm speaking on this Monday rising, this AM, this whatever it is that you like to say, you get the point. Welcome back to another episode of the Immersive Experience. And we are now entitling this season 2. I'm ready. I hope you're ready. I'm fresh off of a sabbatical from social media, detoxing myself from all of the things and all of the triggers that the world has to offer. Um, it was amazing. I don't know. I don't know when the last time it is that you've detoxed from social media, but baby, it's a lot of clarity to be found out there in the real world. And instead of with your head down in a screen, you understand what I'm saying. I was off of social media for a month. I don't know if I've said it that already because I'm obviously just rambling and saying shit that probably needs to be said, but I don't know how to articulate it correctly just yet. But I was off social media for a month. And while I was off of social media, I have read so many books, you guys. And not only did I read so many books, I also didn't finish them. I started a lot of books too. And I'm still reading. I have a few books that I'm currently reading. There was this one book that I was reading that was called We Come This Far by Faith. And it was a book about religion in the Black culture. And it also talks about how we were able to press forward and do all of those things with the religion that was handed to us, which was Christianity. And so it just talks about how we used it as a catalyst through the civil rights movement and everything like that. So in honor of Black History Year. The fuck you talking about? Because I know you thought it was only gonna be a month, but fuck y'all. Black History happened every single day of the year. And if y'all want to confine it to a month and be pissed off that it's only a month or it doesn't even no longer exist, because I don't know what the fuck is happening with politics and all of this other shit. mm, a lot of shit that I quite frankly don't give a fuck about. Because to me, if it's something that is important to you, it will forever be important to you. You deem what is important and what is not important. What you put on the forefront of your mind is what will stick with you throughout the day, or what will carry you throughout your day or your week or your year. You understand what I'm saying? So if your life, it happens every single day. It is not confined to a month. It is not confined to a year. And it doesn't matter the stipulations that somebody puts on it or the way that somebody tries to make you feel about something. It is what it is because you said it is that. And that is the ability that you have. Um, for you guys, and this is crazy because I always have unfinished poems, but I'm gonna let you hear this one because this one was one um that was really um it's a poem that I wrote. I haven't read it yet, but I'm still gonna read it to you guys because it's a poem that I wrote when I was doing my readings and researchings on Fred Hampton, and I was one that I never really finished. And I was talking to a friend yesterday, and they were telling me that their mother was the first revolutionary that they ever met, and I thought that was beautiful because it is a thing of where we had these examples of who the Black Panthers were, but we didn't have a true example in our face to show us that this is what it's about. You understand what I'm saying? This is how you make a revolution happen. And we have to understand that there are so many different levels that we can learn about being a revolutionary on, and that it doesn't just have to be for racial injustice, but it can also be for substance abuse. It can also be for advocating for bullies, just standing up for people in general. This makes you a revolutionary because you're going against something that is a part of the times. However, the poem that I've written is an ode to my culture, me being Black. Um, but it also applies to just the human race. Don't just look at the color that I'm using. Make sure you make it universal. Make sure you make it applicable to you. We think that the things that we teach or the things that we put out, they're not for us, or that we're just preaching to somebody else. But I need to help you understand something, that everything that comes out of your fucking mouth is meant for you first. And it doesn't matter if you're not listening or if you're not paying attention, it is still meant for you. It is a thing of, if you believe that you are spiritually inclined and that a spirit is moving through you, why wouldn't you want to hear what the spirit is saying? Whether it is meant for somebody else or if It doesn't matter. It's coming through you, out of you. That means that there's also a lesson in it for you. Anyways, I don't have an idea of what to call this yet, but I'm just going to read you guys what I have. And it starts off, and I don't know if you guys, there used to be a show that was called Hate is the Hate That Hate Produced, or something of that nature. And if you know who Sister Soldier was, I do believe that was her name. She had all of these platforms and different things that she had went on, and she had talked about this. And this is where also a piece of the poem came from as well. I think it's important that we do our research on the things that have happened to us so that we are able to understand where we are going. Do you understand that they are changing the literature? They are changing all of the things that they thought that they wanted you to know. It was like, fuck it, let's change it, rewrite history, so we can keep them following in the same pattern. It's cool because capitalism is ran off of oppression. You understand what I'm saying? So it's easier for us to keep you aloof and to make you think that this is something new when it's not. Okay? Anyways, I'm rambling. Back to the poem. Black on black crime is the hate that hate produced. Born into whips and chains and having your dreams reduced. Deep in the shadows where fears are introduced, toxic behavior reflects a person's inner struggles and their insecurities are unloosed. Walking around saying I'm fine and tying my noose. I got that wrong, you guys. And I can't erase this. This is crazy because we're live. But, anyways, toxic behavior reflects a person's inner struggle and their insecurities are unloosed. Walking around saying I'm fine and I'm tying my own noose. Swinging from trains, trees, letting my body hang loose. How I'm supposed to free my mind when I feel trapped inside? It's a great escape, but I'm only a master of disguise, a prisoner of my own design, a victim of my own demise. Rewrite history to jail the revolution, bury the solution, and still mad at the conclusion. And that is as far as I got with that. But here's something that I was thinking about when I wrote that, is that yes, there are people who come into our lives and they help us and they manifest the wounds that we are. They help us manifest the wounds that you are. You understand what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is essentially is they come into your life and they are able to help you succeed in sabotaging yourself. And you let them. And here's the thing is that we are not conscious enough to know when it is somebody else that is playing on us. There was something that I was listening to, that I think it's KRS-One, and he stated that one thing that he learned is what is the first thing that happens when you stop breathing? And he said you lose consciousness. And so his take on breath is not that it is just air you are inhaling, but you are inhaling consciousness. Your heart doesn't cease to stop beating, your brain doesn't cease to stop working. You lose consciousness. You need air. You need air to continue. So what you're breathing in, and this is probably why people tell you to focus to your breath a lot. Pay attention to it. It is something that is automatic to you. And this is why we have to know that we are conscious beings. And in order to be that conscious being, we have to move as such. We have to move as those people through those places, through the things that we would like to become, the things that we would like to see. Put those in the forefront of your mind and walk like it at all times. The ideal is that we can have a vision of ourselves, but then we veer off and go and do something completely different from what the fuck we said that we wanted to do. What are you doing? I think that is a question that I ask myself often. What are you doing? Not only what am I doing, who are you? I ask myself that so much, it is crazy. Who is Desiree? Hmm? Who is she? Who is that lady? Who is, and this is the thing, is because here's something that we have to know, and this is something that Bob Proctor taught me. We have to know that we are bigger than our flesh. We are bigger than our thoughts. We are bigger than anything. Because here's the thing is, somebody can come up and say something to you, and you'll tell them, no, this is my body. Who are you? Who is it that is claiming the body that you are? This is my body. But you are not your body, are you? No, you are not. This is just a part of you. This is just a part of your being. What they do say is that this is how manifestations work. You see yourself a certain way, and then you become that manifestation. So in order to become who you are, you saw yourself in a certain way, and you physically produced yourself. This is what they say. I don't know how true this is. It's nothing that I've taken the time to do tons of research on or anything like that. But I really just don't know how true that is. But I can say that I do believe that there is some truth that is evident in that. That we are manifestations of our mental capacity, whether it be our limitations, whether it be our unlimitedness, whether it be our unwillingness. You understand what I'm saying? This makes you. There's something else that I wanted to tell you guys about because it's something that I figured out. And I just want to update you all on the shit that I've been learning. So the next thing that I have learned is there is this little on my phone. I have an iPhone, of course. I don't know what you guys use, but whatever you use, different strokes for different folks. I'm not saying you make bad life decisions because you have an Android. It's not what I'm saying. Not at all. But one thing, so this is to the iOS users. These are to people who use iPhones. There is a feature called the back tap feature. And I don't know if you guys know about this, but I know about this and I want to make sure you know about this. So, what exactly is a fucking back tap? Well, it's a feature that allows you to perform quick actions by simply tapping the back of your iPhone. You can set it up to do things like take a screenshot, open the control center, or even launch specific apps. So it's like having a secret button on your phone that you can customize to do whatever you need. Okay. And so, like, instead of fumbling to take a screenshot, I guess you gotta you gotta hit the up button and the up volume button and the power button. Nah. Now you can just tap the back of your phone like 2 or 3 times and it'll automatically take that screenshot for you. So, anyways, that's how I set mine's up. I don't know how you guys want to do it, but in order to enable the back tap, you want to go to your settings app, then tap on accessibility. From there, scroll down to touch and you'll find back tap at the bottom of the list. You can set up the actions for both double tap and triple tap. It's super easy and incredibly useful. So that is something that I did want to let you guys know. And wham bam, thank you, ma'am. That's my segment. No, but yeah, that was something that I found pretty interesting. I think that we buy a lot of technology. I think we buy a lot of things and we don't know how to truly and honestly utilize it. We just sitting here chasing the next best thing that's about to come out. You go and get a 16 only to upgrade to the. Is there? You go and get a 15 to upgrade to the 15. This how tuned into technology I am, y'all. I'm not. So I keep my phones until the system is like, turn this bitch in, can't use it no more. It stopped charging. You know when new phones come out, the old phones start acting real, real like put me in the trash. Like, and that's how the old phones start acting. But no, seriously, I really want you, I really think that it's important to understand the technology that you have and to understand it to its full capacity. So what they have us accustomed to is racing for the new instead of figuring out the old. The moment new math came out, it was the moment that they started making us do all of these other little things. And you guys, here's something, and this is such a off the moment like topic, but there is a video that I recorded of me with one of these like little what would you call it? Like a Snapchat filter. And for some odd reason, this man had a huge ass forehead, right? As now for some odd reason when I'm looking at myself, that's all I see currently. And I'm it's taking everything in me not to laugh at myself. But however, um, but yeah, technology. Make sure when you get a phone, utilize it to its full capacity. These phones are literally like computers in your pockets, and we don't even utilize them to their full capacity. We sit here, we stuck with the same shit, and we haven't even learned how to utilize it all the way. I think that's crazy. I think that's the most insane thing that you could possibly do, to have technology in the palm of your hand and not even know how to work it fully. Man, there's people out here who know how to crack your phone, get all up into your phone, and you don't even know the first thing about your motherfucking phone. All you know is that it make calls and it do text messages. That's not enough, honey. And it allows you access back to your social media because, baby, social media is fun. What do you mean? So I have been. Um, since I've been back on social media, there are two major things that I have seen, and I've gotten a lot of feedback on these things, and I'm very open to perspectives. You understand what I'm saying? And I understand that we all have our own. Um, I understand that we all have our own ways of thinking. So I'm going to pose these questions to you guys that from the videos that I have seen, and I would like for you to share your feedback at any point in time that you're able to give it. So the first question, or the first video that I seen, and I guess is to say that Adam and Eve did not have knowledge of good and evil before they ate from the tree. I want to know how you guys feel about that. And I want to know if you think that is true or not, or I'm going to leave that there. And then the next podcast that I do, that is something that I will bring back up because I do want to know how you guys feel about that before I even give my opinion or put my bias on it, of course. So that question was Adam and Eve did not know what good and evil was before they ate from the tree, of course, right? So now here's another really, really touchy subject for me that has come to me, and it's been expressed on this podcast a few times. You guys know how I feel about it, and if you don't, go back and watch some of the other episodes of me talking about it because seriously, it is something that I take very strongly. And it's simply because of the woman I have molded myself to be, the woman that I've groomed myself to be. And I think that we take advantage of perceptions and we leave out perspective when it comes to this subject. And this is the subject of appearance. You understand what I'm saying? And I think that there are some people in the world who understand that the things that we utilize for our appearances can sometimes be used as a mask or the accessory that it is. And I understand that that is hard for a lot of people to understand. I think that we get in here and we talk about appearances and we talk about them not mattering. And we talk about how if you just loved yourself, you would be able to just show up as yourself, just to be yourself. Do you understand how much work it goes into being myself? Do you understand that, honey? Because half of the times, everything that we do, we were doing it for somebody else. Imagine when you were a child, you didn't feel like getting in the shower. Well, I was not that child. I didn't. I just didn't want to be a stinky big girl. And that was really like half of where all of my everything stems from. I think a lot of people think that just because you wear wigs or because you put on makeup that you don't love yourself. And I am here to say that that is quite the contrary. Am I saying that there is not any truth to that? No, that's not what I'm saying at all. I do, like I stated, there are people who use these enhancements as masks and not the accessory that they are. And I understand that. But it is to say that you don't want your woman coming out of the house, or you don't want your man coming out of the house stinking. You don't want him dirty. But all of this is about appearance. And we always state how appearances don't matter, but we always make them matter. And to say, and then to the black men who say that, oh, we just like women that are natural, but somehow you always end up with women who are far from natural. Because indeed, it is not about the appearance. It is sometimes about how the person makes you feel. It is sometimes what is instilled with them and inside of them. And if I'm forever focusing on, oh my God, her hair is so nappy, or oh my God, why does she always wear weave? How do I enjoy the person? You don't. Stop. The same thing that wigs are off for women, for some women, is the same thing that hats are off for bald men. And that is the truth. That is the truth of the matter. I understand that men would like to think that women focus on their appearance more than men, but that is just not true. Say it's not so because it's not. The same way you get up, you shower, and whether it's a clean t-shirt you feel you gotta put on, a clean white t-shirt you gotta put on, or whether it's the Armani suit you went out and bought to make you feel like the boss you have to present is, it's all a part of appearance. You understand? And I understand that more might go into women because they have the ability to paint their faces or put their lashes on or put their wigs on, but it's the same thing that men have the capability of doing just as much. And we sit here and we talk about how women need to do this or women need to do that, and you're not capable of loving that woman with her wig on, with her makeup on. Love her to a safe place that is safe enough for her to take all that shit off. And it doesn't mean that she doesn't love herself. It is simply a thing of showing up in society and understanding that I have to put a little thought into the way that I look. And yes, for me, not doing my hair is way more convenient than doing my hair every morning. It is a factor of laziness, but when I do decide to do my hair, I wear my hair. It is mine. It is mine to do with what I please to do with. And I think India Ari said it best. I am not my hair. I am not this skin, first of all. I am the soul that lives within. And I don't understand how all you spiritual ass motherfuckers keep running past that shit. I'm not none of this shit. And y'all so worried about the shit that I put on outside of me. If I just told you that this is my body, there is a person that is way deeper, there is something that sits way deeper inside of me that claims this. You understand what I'm saying? And you sitting here and you bring into my doorstep the fact that where we, and I understand that for some women it is just exactly that. But I've always had my identity without my weave, without my makeup. I endured my entire life without any of this shit. I found my true self before I became who I was willing or wanting to be. We have to understand that there are a million and one ways that you can take to become whoever it is that you're trying to become. And yes, it might start off with covering your head up. It might start off with putting makeup on because you don't like the scar you have under your eye. Or it might start off as wearing a hat because you understand you have alopecia and you're going bald and you don't want anybody else to know it. Allow people the time to become who they need to become without your interference. And I understand that what the fuck I'm saying, it doesn't matter because people are going to interfere regardless. But I'm just saying, hear me. You want grace, give grace. You want mercy, give mercy. You want all of these things, but then you come equipped with none of them. And this is reciprocity at its finest, at its simplest. To just show up for a person, no matter how they look, no matter what it is that they're doing. We all say we don't want no homeless friends, and indeed all of our friends are homeless. They don't know who they are. They have no value in themselves. They have no honesty with themselves. We run after the things that look good, feel good, sound good, smell good. And you think that just because we put a wig on, that is what we're chasing. No, there are things that will always utilize our senses for. And as far as clothes come, we will always utilize our senses for that. You don't see, I don't see y'all running around here in Walmart shoes. Because if that's the case, what we shopping Nike for? Walmart got perfectly good shoes for you to put your big ass foot in and step. It is that. It is semantics. It is the semantics of what you would like to see a person be. But then to say that you like people who have natural hair, you like women who don't wear makeup, but then when you see them, you never compliment them. Then when you see them, you never give them their due justice, their due flowers, I guess, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I don't know. I'm over here stuttering and going off. That usually pisses me off. Y'all ever been mad? Somebody pissed you off one time? You sit now, you arguing with them, you get to stuttering and you piss you off even more. Cause bitch, mom, I'm running over my words, but I'm trying to make a point. Got me fucked up. Shit. What the fuck? Nah, but that's appearance. I think we say it doesn't matter, but we put all the emphasis on appearance. And whether it is an appearance has more to do with just your looks. It's how you show up. It's how you present. Maybe I could present wonderfully, beautifully. You understand what I'm saying? Excuse me. And it still won't be enough for anybody. You will never be enough. You will always be too much. And that is something that life has truly and honestly taught me. So do what you please. Live how you live. Be as big and as loud as you would like to be. I'm an advocate for self-expression, freedom of self-expression, and whatever the fuck that means to you. Whether you want to shave one side of your head off, whether you want to wear a mohawk, whether you want to slap a wig on it, whether you want to shave your head off to put the wig on back on there, bitch, I don't give a fuck. Be you. Be who you are. Because like I said, this is my body. Mine. And I'll be damned if I let a motherfucker tell me what I can do with my body. how I can wear my body. I understand that you like to see things that are natural, but go find you a bitch that's natural. Hello? Does that not solve your issue? Well, it's not enough natural bitches out here. Well, obviously, you playing in the round game, bitch. You got all these problems, but no solutions. The solution is not to change anybody. The solution is not to make them feel as if they are less than because they put this in their hair. You guys go about it the wrong fucking way in the first fucking place. Love them. Love them enough until they are who they decide they want to be. You come in with this ideology of who somebody has to be, and indeed, no, I don't have to be that person. My appearance doesn't have to line up with what the fuck you think it should line up with. Everybody knows that I'm black. Everybody knows that under this wig there are cornrows for the gods to the back of my head, and when I take this bitch off, I look like Miss Cleo off, set it off, whatever the fuck her name was. I don't know, but the bitch with the braids going to the back of her head. You understand what I'm saying? We all know that. There is nothing that is hidden about the things that are on my head. There is nothing that is hidden. Everything is such a transparent process these days. I don't understand how, and I understand that there are women who do wear makeup and other things to cover up their insecurities, to cover up the things that they do not love about themselves. I remember that growing up my entire life, my mom used to put perms on our head. And in turn, when I got older, I started putting perms on my head. It was in college that I decided to stop perming my head. And because I couldn't take it, it always burned. It burned more than anything in the entire world. Oh my gosh. This is when I went to doing perm 6 months. And what changed me, it wasn't the ideology that I hated the hair that I had come with. It is something that had been embedded in me already. It is something that I grew up doing. Oh, put the perm on your hair. Why put perms on my head? Because we want your hair straight when we put the ponytail in. Or we want your hair to be do 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 do. And that's that. People have preferences. You get mad at people's preferences and want to call it and you want to call it insecurities based off of the things that you have seen in life. And don't get me wrong, I do understand that insecurities exist and they exist in that manner, and that is perfectly fine. But it's not always the case. I think we have to stop grouping people together. And that's the same thing that they kept telling us about the police when it came to police brutality. We gonna kill all the police for what? It's not all police that are bad, but it's easier, the same thing that Hitler did. It's easier to kill everybody that you deem to be a part of the problem than to sift through them and find out what's real and what's not real because we understand that deception is a real thing. And yes, you can tell me that you are very confident with your looks, and you can tell me that you are very confident in the person that you are. But when we're talking, when I'm getting to know you a little better, all of that kind of seems just like a little bit of a lie to me. You understand what I'm saying? And that's that. And it's to be honest with yourself. It is to understand the person that you are, the man that you are, the woman that you are, the entity that you are, operating the energy that you are. Y'all be so quick to race to appearance, but never want to help anybody with their energy. Never want to help them level up. Who cares about the appearance? Who cares about your religion? I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Who are you? I want to know the energy that resides behind your body, behind your mind. You understand what I'm saying? There's more to life. There's more to life than we could ever fathom. There's more to life than we can ever imagine. And we're so stuck arguing the physical that we get nowhere. We don't make it. We don't make it enough. We don't make it far enough because we're so stuck here. We don't get where we need to get. We don't get the time that we need to get to ourselves because we're so focused on the physical. It was the women who think that just only taking care of the outside of you matters. And it does. I'm not saying that it doesn't, but it's more to self-care than just the physical. You understand what I'm saying? You are an entire entity. Stop forgetting the universe that you are. And please, to the men, to the women who judge, stop forgetting the universe that people are. Stop forgetting the dimensions that they had to walk through. Stop forgetting the shit that they've been through. And you just want to come in and put your judgment on them. You just want to come in and tell them that they could do better, be better. Bitch, I'm trying. The fuck is you talking about? Help me in another way. Help me in a way that's conducive to me. You don't even want to study a person, but you want to put your opinion on a person. You want to lump them all in into one big setting, but you don't have the time to go out and get the information that you need to help them. But you want to be a safe place. But you don't even want to get to know the person. Stop. Stop letting people fucking play in your face and they have no idea about who you are. Stop letting people determine what your worth is because they have an opinion that differs from your opinion. Who the fuck cares? Bitch, we've never cared. Let me tell you. We live life where the wild things are, and the broken hearts always have some scars. I can get you high and fly you up to Mars. And indeed, I can. I can get you there. Where are you trying to go? Bro, I can take you wherever you're trying to go. And the first thing you have to do is go within. Get to know who the fuck you are. Stop letting people put ideologies in your head about you. You're you. Nobody else has been you. Nobody else has went through your experiences, become the things that you have become, did the things that you have done. You stand on all of that. You stand on all of the experience that you are, all of the things that you have been through. And it doesn't matter how people feel. It doesn't matter what they think because at the end of the day, you have to come back. You have to look yourself in the mirror and who do you have to be? You. You have to be you. It doesn't matter what you put on that day, whether it was a dirty t-shirt, whether you went out in a bonnet, it doesn't matter. Because appearance does not matter, contrary to popular belief. It does not matter. Your hair don't matter. Your clothes don't matter. Even your flesh don't matter. Because when you die, nobody's going to be sitting here and thinking around, oh man, Desiree, she used to have the best wigs. No. Contrary to popular belief, they're going to be like, oh my God, Desiree always wear that one wig. and And that's just what it is. They will remember you how you are remembered. And whether you remember me as being insecure or whether you remember me as having too much makeup or wearing too many wigs or not putting on enough clothes or being too fat or being too black, that's up to you. I really don't give a fuck. It is not my job to tell you what to think of me. It is not my job to tell you how to feel about me. Understand that the only thing that you can do is observe who I am. And whether you choose to participate in who I am or not, that's up to you. That's your business. You already know what time it is. I don't want to keep telling you what time it is. I don't have to keep repeating to you what time it is. Maybe I'm me. And I mean that wholeheartedly. It's me playing a video game, and if I want to put that purple wig on today, I'm putting that purple wig on today. If I want the lashes that span out 25 millimeters, then guess what? I'm gonna have those lashes on that span out 25 millimeters because that's who I decided to be today. I could wake up and change at the blink of an eye. Because understand the entity that operates me, it don't abide by none of this shit. I see what I like, I get it, I put it on. I see it, I want it. I got it. I like it. What the fuck? Whatever that lady said, but no, and it's that. It will forever be that. Stop letting people dictate who you're supposed to be or what you're supposed to look like. They not even who they want to be. They don't even look like what they want to look like. They don't even think they measure up to the things that they want to measure up to. I've seen people still talk bad about themselves and personally talk bad about themselves. I know I'm lame. What makes you lame? You identify as lame. I don't give a fuck who called you lame. I don't give a fuck who called you uncool. What you think? I remember sitting in the mirror looking at myself, taking tons of pictures of myself and saying, oh my God, this is ugly. Oh, this is ugly. And something finally clicked in my head and was like, bitch, it's you. Had a wig on, had a full face of makeup on, still took a picture and called it ugly. After all the enhancements I had put on, after all of the things that I had did to myself to make me feel a little more beautiful, to enhance the things that I thought were me, I put it all on to say, ooh, this picture ugly? Bitch, it's you. And that moment taught me to accept myself wherever I was. Whether it was without a wig, whether it was my hair looking all nasty all over the place, got dandruff falling out, because I bitches white. Love you. I mean, love you unapologetically. Love you before the makeup, love you after the makeup, love you during the makeup, love you before the wig, the installment, love you before the lashes. Love you. And that's it. It don't matter what people tell you to put on, not to put on. You need to love you at the core. And that is it. Love the person who operates who you are. And the moment you can understand who they are is the moment that you can truly understand who the fuck you are. And that is the issue. We let people tell us who we are. Stop letting people tell you who you are. Are you crazy? Don't do that. They have no saying on who you are, who you can become, the things that you will become. That is totally up to you. We understand that we are infinite beings and we walk around with limited perceptions of ourselves. You're a giant with a Napoleon complex. How does that work? It doesn't. It doesn't. I've seen people shorter than you with more confidence than you. It's because they know themselves. It's because they know who they are. Anyways, so once again, I just want to give you this poem because it came to me and I feel like it goes into the whole thing of appearance and different things like that. I just want y'all to know y'all gonna be getting a lot more of my art. I don't know what the fuck I've been doing. It's amazing how we sleep on ourselves. I've always been afraid to kind of share my most interpersonal thoughts with people. And it's easy for me to always say how, oh, I always grew up hearing that I was fat, black, and ugly, but something more was created inside of me from those words. You understand what I'm saying? There was a universe that was created inside of me off of those words. And it was a lot of things that I had to learn to accept, to understand that some of these things are not even things that I think about myself. Do you think you're ugly because your nose big? People used to tell me I had a fat ass nose, and I do have a fat ass nose. But however, I've learned to love my fat ass nose and had to learn to love about myself. The things that I've had to come into an understanding about who I am and the things that I have been offered. To look at my lineage and understand that this is something of one nature, and this is something that has been passed down to me. This is the blood that runs within my DNA. How do I alter that? How do I become something different? And this is where you start to get into the whole talk of epigenetics. There are a lot of things that we do not know. The composition of your body, the composition of your DNA. Do you know how many people it took for you to be here today? Do you? Do you know? And although people may not understand that, yes, everybody has choices. The choices that the people who came before you made room for your existence. Please, please be whoever, whatever you need to be. The understanding of being an intelligent being or being an educated person. It's not to just have knowledge, just not to have this mass amount of knowledge, but it's also to know how to apply it. We have gathered knowledge for years. You've gathered it. All of this time, you've gathered it. Well, to say that you were incomplete when you were born, to say that you were not, you were made whole the moment you stepped into this earth. You are already whole. And it's something that we have a hard time grasping. You are not incomplete. You are whole already. To understand, and I get where the brothers are coming from. Trust me, please do not understand that and make it seem as if I do not understand where men are coming from. They are asking you to love yourself nakedly. But my argument is to not put the assumption on women who also wear wigs and makeup that they have not learned to love themselves nakedly because of the way that they present in society. Meet me in the spots where I deem it's okay for me to be naked. Because the same way you want me to be naked always is not the same way you would want me to walk around in reality. You don't want me to go outside of my house without my clothes on, do you? No, you do not. Because what would you say? It's inappropriate. And it's not to say that my hair is inappropriate. And it's not to say that me walking out of my house with no makeup is inappropriate. But there is a standard of my appearance that I have for myself. And when I walk out of this house, it will be up to my standard. And if it is me wearing my natural hair, it has to be up to my standard. And if I'm lazy, I'm just lazy. That is something that I've learned to accept about myself and have yet to change. And you have to understand the way that people's accountability flowed. You'd be so quick to pass judgment, and it has nothing to do with you. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Please. Thank you. Y'all always tell women to shut up and listen. Y'all shut up. Y'all listen. Y'all want so much authority, but don't put in the research to be that authoritative figure. Y'all want so many traditional bitches, but y'all not traditional niggas. It's crazy. Stop. Mind the business that pays you, and I guarantee you, it ain't it ain't my wig. It's not my wig, and it's not my makeup. Okay. All right. So I don't know what to call this poem yet, but like I said, y'all just getting my thoughts. Y'all just getting random snippets of shit that I'll be writing because I feel like y'all deserve it. And also, I want to share it because it's how I want to show up in the world. You understand what I'm saying? Do the things you want to show up as. You say you want to be a writer, write more. You say you want to take pictures, take more pictures. You want to be a model, model more. It doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter what people deem a model is, or anybody can be anything that they want to be at any given time that they want to be at. So be it. I'm going to leave you with this poem, and then I'm going to get out of your way, and I will let you enjoy your morning. I'm a woman of many dimensions. I transition with intentions of ascension. Got visions backed by ambition, so I don't see no competition. I execute conviction with precision, show you how to mend the self division, how to fuse you without the glue. My religion is consciousness. I readjust vision and apply corrective lenses like an optometrist. I surgically install confidence. I strategically cut out doubt and sequence you into existence. My method is enforced with persistence. Entropy disperses when it's met with consistency. Give you strength and teach you how to carry on deliberately. I'm truth, and y'all mad at me, but refuse to tell temptation to flee. Blind to distractions or just okay ignoring your bad decisions so blatantly. And that's that piece. I'm gonna continue to work on my things. I will continue to work on the things that I want to see and do better with in my life to continue to flourish the way that I know that I need to flourish. I'm going to continue drinking water and cleaning my face because I know I want clear skin. That is one thing that I know. And I hope you find what works for you. I hope you find the things that help you grow, that help you flourish, that help you create life and life more abundantly. Because understand that making kids is not the only way that you can create life. The way to create life is through creativity, to write, to sing, to draw, to act, to inspire, to teach. Allow your ambition to help you understand that there is no competition in front of you. There's no bigger competition than yourself. There's nobody else that you have to outdo. To be educated means that you understand that you do not have to step on other people to get to where you are going. You don't have to play like corporate America plays to be a part of the game. That's all I'm saying. But however, I really appreciate you guys for tuning in to season 2 of the first episode of the Immersive Experience. I look forward to having these conversations a lot more with you guys. Also, before I go, there was a scientific advancement that I did want to talk about. And so before we wrap up today's episode, let's dive into some exciting news from the world of science because I love science. So recently, scientists have made significant progress in the field of quantum computing. So, quantum computers have the potential to solve much more problems faster than classical computers, of course. So, classical computers are basically like Snell computers compared to like what a quantum computer would be able to do. So, you just want to make sure you keep those things in mind. But quantum computers leverage the principles of quantum mechanics, and that's duality, superposition, and I think what is the last one? Quantum entanglement. So those are the three properties of quantum mechanics that they leverage the principles. Those are the three principles of quantum mechanics that are being leveraged here in computing. And then one of the latest breakthroughs that comes from a team at Google who have developed a new quantum processor named Sycamore 2.0. This computational power and error correction, it's a big steps towards making quantum computing more practical for real world applications. So just remember, if you're into crypto, if you're into the material science and even drug discovery, please understand that the scientific advancements that we make, they run a lot. So pay attention to science. So then that way you can pay attention to technology. So and then you'll be paying attention to the pharmaceuticals that come out. And now you're paying attention to the currency that can come from paying attention to science. Science runs the world. And the reason that science runs the world is because it is the figuring out of shit that is going on behind the scenes. And then that allows us to produce more drugs, to produce more technology, to produce those things once we figure out how shit works. So science is going to be your best friend. You want to know what to put your money on? Boom, science got you. But as always, thank you so much for tuning into the Immersive Experience, a podcast about you, for you, from you. I'll be back Thursday. We'll be talking some about financial literacy this Thursday. And I hope you all tune in because I think it'll be some really important things that you'll be able to grasp from that conversation about financial literacy and the things that will be able to assist you. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in, and you have a good day. And whether it's at work or whether you're just laying at home or doing whatever the fuck you want to do, may it be great on purpose. Thank you.
Says, your immersive experience has been hijacked. It is highly recommended that you disconnect.